Good to see you, man.
Movie star, entrepreneur, weightlifter, jiu-jitsu technician.
You know, just trying to stay above water over here.
Tate,
It's awesome being in here, dude, and seeing this poster.
yeah.
It's awesome.
That's fucking crazy, Tate.
It's crazy.
That's crazy, Tate. That was 10 years ago.
I tell people about our
11
history,
years ago.
and like, oh, and then you met Joey. I go, no, man, Joey precedes everything.
No,
man.
Joey precedes everything with
It's a
Tate.
trip.
Tate brought me fucking a bottle of oxygen he got at Whole Foods for me.
Well, here's
like
the
liquid,
deal, yeah.
liquid oxygen.
Like
This was
chlorophyll.
400 pounds I was, Tate.
Dude, I go up the first time I see Joey. There's like, who was it? Tracy Morgan or something there, and you're sitting on the bench, and we're out in a prison yard at 7,000 feet altitude in New Mexico, and on the set of The Longest Yard, and fucking Joey's rapping the whole Ready to Die album to these guys, fucking smoking a Marlboro Light, and I'm like, he might die right now. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, he's like, yeah, maybe I'll go just do a little bump or get a number in the fucking shitter real quick or like what. And it was amazing. So that was my initiation kind of into it, and then always talking about jiu-jitsu and like, oh, I know, because all these, like, Bob Sapp was there, so Maurice Smith and then Ivan Saliveri were on set helping Bob for his fights because he was kind of in between, and like, yeah, jiu-jitsu and Eddie Bravo, and I'd always looked up to Eddie. I was like, no, like, I'm like, this is just one of these dudes talking about all this. And then I was like, he's not really like that kind of dude, though. I'm like, this is weird as fuck. And then when we moved out to LA on it, and then I just ended up by hook and crook kind of down at Eddie's. It was close to the little apartment I was renting in Thai Town. And fuck, man, in walks Joey one day. Hey, little brother. And then fucking everybody goes crazy. And I was like, God damn. Yeah, that preceded. That was before I met Joe.
I met his wife first. I met Tate's girlfriend first.
Were you acting on the show or on the movie?
Yeah,
I was like a stand-in on it.
It's so crazy because when you go to these places, like it's
so crazy. You met Heather at the bar.
No, I met Heather on the set.
Okay,
and she fucking gravitated to me because she was like, "I gotta tell you something. I just heard your fucking accent. Just talk for 5 more minutes." Because her in-laws, her parents, her roots are from Brooklyn. So she's in fucking Santa Fe with, surrounded by Gentiles and people who wear sandals. She hears me talking, and I'll never forget her face. Like, she was like, this motherfucker's bringing me back. So she came over, introduced herself, and right away said to me, you know there's a Dunkin' Donuts up the corner. Because that's it. That's how we bond. She's like, there's a Dunkin' Donuts up there. There's a place that makes pizza in Albuquerque. And she just started rattling off the New York haunts, Yeah. And then she's like, Tate. And then I remember I was in my trailer, and you guys came by.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. And in those days, when we first did The Longest Yard, the first week I didn't work.
That's crazy.
But we were at a high school. Remember the first week we were at a high school?
on a football field there, yeah.
On the football field. Listen, bro, they wouldn't let me on the field. They gave me oxygen. And they assigned me this little Asian trainer. And all the Asian trainer would do is make me walk around the field with this oxygen in my mouth. It was hysterical. They were fucking paranoid as fuck I was going to die. So for the first week or two, all I did was like do this type of stuff with my hands, like little circles with an oxygen thing on. They're like, no, we don't want you doing much. We don't want you.
Were you feeling bad?
Do you know I couldn't bend over? Do you know that those scenes where you're supposed to put 2 fingers on the floor?
Yeah.
Like like a down lineman? I couldn't put my fingers on the floor. They had to put a fucking 4x4 under my feet, guys. That's how sad that was. That's a true story. They had to put a 4. I still see the kid. My double, he's got stand-up. I see him around town. I bump into him at the Improv.
Tell me his name.
You know, man, I forget. Nice kid, really nice.
Is he at the store sometimes?
No, he's at the Improv. Like, he does all the labs and shit.
Right.
I bump into him, and I still talk to. I tell you who reached out to me after 9 years. I never heard from him again. Romanowski.
Really?
When the movie ended, months later, Romanowski sent me a box.
Of muscle milk.
Of all his protein.
Yeah.
Is muscle milk his?
That's his shit.
No, it's
that
not.
Fool's papered up.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Muscle milk is him?
That's his shit.
He sent me the other shit, the shit for your brain that tastes like Tang.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
That you put it in water and you fucking... It was the first Alpha Brain.
Really?
That was the first shit that...
He's a smart guy, man.
That would send you... It was tasted like orange. So I'm like, if I drink this shit, I'll beat the blow.
Right.
I was doing it with blow.
Right.
I was drinking it.
Right.
That's
like when you're like, oh, I'll do ecstasy and vitamin C or whatever. Like,
it was crazy. But he emailed me.
Yeah.
To say hello. He didn't say much. I just want to say hello. Somebody mentioned your name. It's good that you're still out there
Does he
doing
live
it.
up in Colorado or something?
He didn't fucking say.
Huh.
Yeah, he teamed up with that doctor. Remember, he
So I
showed
thought
up with
was-
a doctor.
He was really trying to do.
Dog,
some
he
things
showed up with his
the-
own fucking doctor, Dr. Nelson. And Dr. Nelson would touch you, would work by feel and
Yep.
shit like that. The first time Dr. Nelson, I came in before they put the shoulder pads on me, and Dr. Nelson goes, lay down. I'll never forget this, guys. And I laid down, and he touched my back. And he goes, what time did you do your last line?
What?
And I said, about 4, but don't say nothing. And he goes, I'm not going to say nothing. He goes, but you got to get this shit out of your body. And he started talking to me. He's the first guy that knew on the set that I had a drug problem. Little by little, him and I were
Were you
talking
shaking
about
or
it.
something?
No, he just knew. I had done it like 3 days earlier.
It's so crazy.
I had gotten high like on a Friday. This is when we were up here in Paramount.
Okay.
Because he didn't show up down in Santa Fe. I don't remember him in Santa Fe.
Down south at that football field down there.
Right,
And
right.
when homeboy ran off and holed up in a hotel for
Michael
a few days.
Irvin. Oh, my God. You know, what? The problem with those movies is you have too many personalities.
There's a lot there.
That movie had too many personalities and too many people that had demands.
Yeah.
Nelly was cool as shit.
Super cool.
Super cool, but like Irvin had to leave.
Yep.
You know, there was somebody else that had to keep leaving. The Japs came and got Bob Sapp. Tell that story. When the
and
Yakuza came and got Bob Sapp. Listen to me. He kept saying, I have to go to Japan to take contractual obligations. And Adam and DiBernardi kept saying, no. You can't leave.
Right.
We have you here. One day you heard click, 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 click. It was 2 Japanese dudes with a suit with the fucking wooden shoes. When they show up with wooden shoes, those clog fucking things, they're not fucking around. They had a cigarette with the stick. They had 2 cigarettes with those sticks. They were both smoking. There was 2 of them. And they came onto the set and they started talking. And next thing you know, Bob Sapp was going to wherever the fuck he was going.
That's a shady business.
That's a shade. That's when they was fighting. Yeah, that was shady. They came in and said, he's going today. He kept fucking around. They kept fucking around with his contract. 2 more weeks.
Dude, he got into shit later too. Like he was in, I think he was in Denmark maybe, and the Japanese and I think the Russians got involved also, but they came up and he was gonna fight somebody, Bojanski or somebody that was kind of a killer and in kickboxing in K1, and he was gonna get $1 million or something for it, and they go, okay, you fight tonight, and no pay though. That will pay your taxes because they hadn't paid any taxes on anything of his. And he's like, fuck that. I'm not going to fight and not get paid for this. And they said, yeah, that's what you're doing. And then it got more insistent. Yeah, no, you're doing that. He got in a car. He said there's a high-speed chase all through the hills and shit. Getting out, he had to escape from these motherfuckers and get to the airport and get the fuck out.
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.